Welcome to Game Soup. It's a game design podcast where we throw ideas in a pot and see what's cooking. I'm Chloe Montgomery and I'm joined as ever by Kayla Dice. How are you doing, sweetheart?
I am doing fine. The heat has broken a little.
Yes.
We're recording this the day before I start my journey to UKGE. So I've actually got to finish off the last of... Which all my, work-related packing is now done. Like, I've got all my stock and all the stall equipment. I've just not yet packed, my clothes or stuff.
Yeah. No, we've done no packing. It's the day before we travel as well, and we've done no packing. All of our books and stuff sit in the garage until it's, time to put them in the car, so...
My packing was very easy this time, because after the last time I did the con, I unpacked my stock, but from my suitcase I didn't actually unpack all of my con bits, so they're all together.
Okay.
I was just like, that's just easier. It's an otherwise empty suitcase. Why don't I have all my con bits in there? So I just had to do the stock gathering, which I prefer to do earlier, just in case I discover anything that is going to make me go, oh, I need
more of those, etc.
Yeah, I don't know. We talked about the thing before where I'm low on Psycho Dungeon, and I tried to knock around a bit of ideas about what could I do if I expanded it. So far I've been nothing's entirely inspiring me, so maybe I'll just do a third printing. But maybe I'll keep thinking away at it. It's a thing of I guess trying to get back into that, but also thinking about what more do I have?
Going back to a existing product and trying to figure out new ways to take it when you're not in that brain for it is difficult.
Yeah, it's especially because Psycho Dungeon was something that was very much drawing on work, a thing I don't meaningfully participate in anymore. Which I'm sure some people will push back on that, and I'm oh yeah, no, the creative things I do take effort, but they don't form a shape of a real job, a thing I am unfit for. So, I'm not saying that to beat myself up. That's just me being. But it's I'm quite a bit disconnected from that. So do I have more to say on that topic? And if I do, it's me having to throw my mind back a bit. I think I could probably do some more.
Yeah.
I think actually a thing I've been thinking since I got the power chair is how prescient the Cyborg playbook was. Because it was partly an allegory... Not an allegory, it's not a straight allegory. But in many ways, that's a playbook about chronic fatigue in the same way the werewolf is about chronic pain. Because it's a lot about managing your energy with the fact of your energy reserves get kind of compartmentalized away from you. And that's the big part of that character's struggle. And yeah, I had to not go to a gig last night because I had failed to properly charge my wheelchair, and I realized I would die on the 3-hour round trip. Not die, the wheelchair would die.
Yeah, get stranded.
One and the same.
Aww.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to UKG. I'm expecting it to hopefully be a lot chiller for me this year. My experience of Dragon Meat 2 earlier with the first time the power chair was it's kind of a piece of cake.
You got your power chair now. You've kind of got in the rhythm of it.
I feel I feel the sort of mental ways a long convention can kind of mess with your head. I also feel I now have an antidote for them. As a proud supporter of the English Premier League champions, Arsenal, I've been thinking a lot about the footy these days. Oh, Saturday of UKGE. I'm if you want to come see me, A, I'm on a panel at 11, but B, if you want to come see me at the stall, do it before 4, because I'm leaving to watch Arsenal win the Champions League final.
I thought you were just going to be behind the stall with the iPad or whatever on it.
Yeah, no, I don't reckon I'd get good enough radio in there. I'm gonna find a
You're pissing off to the Weatherspoons.
If we lose, I'm gonna start the social early. If we win, I'm gonna start the social early. But yeah, my antidote for the kind of convention mindworm is you just I think got to think a post-match football manager or play. You just got to be when people going it's a weekend of 3 days. Had some good sort of set pieces, good sort of build up, but we just couldn't really break down the defenses. We go again tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
At the end of the day,
they give it all they could, but they've got to leave some in the tank for tomorrow, don't they?
Just trying to give 100%, and massive shout out to the boys, to my boy. Massive shout out to my boyfriend. Football players don't say that. They might think it, but they're not saying it.
They should say that. I
agree. This is a game design podcast, and this week we're tackling homophobia in association football. Men's association football. No, you had some shit posts you wanted to do, or do you want to tell the audience about your UKGE plans? Anything you're excited for, especially?
Yeah, I mean, this morning we finally got the physical copies of A Hunt for the Bitter Cold. They are gorgeous, and we're so happy to actually have them because we were getting very stressed at our printer.
You were very worried about that, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, no, fine, I'll put them on blast. Mixam were not very helpful on support. It had been in production for about a week longer than it was supposed to be. It was meant to arrive last Wednesday, and it arrived today. We were recording on a Wednesday, and they had no updates between that entire week where it was meant to be in our house. But they didn't know where it was, and the production didn't know, and then it was a bank holiday, so they couldn't help.
Oh, yeah, the banker.
But then it just appeared this morning, so,
nice.
No complaints.
Are you happy with it? Are you happy with the print job?
Yeah, I wish the cover was a bit silkier, but other than that, it's nice. We got it ring bound, so it sits flat on the table.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, first time you'll be able to get it. Come down to UKGE.
What
I believe it's Hall 2. Let me get it up. I have it on. I'm in Hall 2, stall 971.
Nice. I'm in Hall 3, so we sound very
well,
far
maybe not
apart.
Too far.
Well, maybe actually, I don't know. I can't remember where the hall.
Yeah.
See.
I think we're on the edge of one of them, so.
Yes. You'll also be stamping.
Yeah, we're doing the stamp quest. It was good for us last year. Got lots of eyes on our stuff. I know it's not for everyone, but we enjoyed doing it at the very least. So
nice. Conversations and stuff out of it. You had some shit posts you wanted to design, right?
Yeah. So my friends the other day. Let me get the actual thread. So there's this one poster for Hobgoblin Ale or beer or whatever the hell it is. And it's like, what's the matter, lager drinker? Afraid you might taste something. But someone had edited it to be, what's the matter, Dungeon Master? Afraid you might remember something, pointing at some session notes. But then we always make the joke of, what's the matter, D&D gamers? Afraid you might enjoy yourself. We ended up talking about Bawk Borg somehow, because that's just an alternate to D&D in my friends' heads, I guess. It's something, at least. And then we were pitching different Borg games. So, because we're all Star Trek brained at the minute, it's like, oh, is there a Borg Borg?
And I then said that, in my mind, Borg Borg sounds kind of like what a chicken says. So, is there a chicken run game called Borg Borg?
You have to say Bawk Bawk.
Yeah, it's lowercase, one word, and the cover is a chicken with a speech bubble. Borg Borg?
Yeah. In the sort of shocking neon yellow of a Borg cover.
Yeah. I think it is just chicken run rules for her. And otherwise it can be quite close. You could do that, because Borg Borg has, prophecies, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, you could easily do it as just the schedule of when the,
this is when they're coming to get us,
when the slaughterhouse is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, we've got, and the farmer will get carrots delivered. Can we steal the carrots and do something with that? Whatever,
Yeah. And
there we go.
Yeah, you could take loads of inspiration from Chicken Run. You could dedicate it to everyone's favourite actor, Mel Gibson.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Oh, it is so... Do you remember how it's really funny how they were they said they recast the voice actors in Chicken Run because of age, which is definitely not true. They recast them because of Mel Gibson, and then they also just fired the lead actor for Ginger as Collateral. But it's so funny, in doing that, they replaced Mel Gibson with Zachary Levi, who then also turned into, like, a massive RFK head conspiracy theorist.
It's just a cursed
to be
role.
fair, is not on caliber with many of the things Mel Gibson said.
Oh, God,
just
no,
to
but,
be
like...
clear. But it's very funny to be like, we need a less problematic guy.
Let's get Spock. Spock's never done anything wrong.
Was Zach Levi Spock? No, you're thinking of Zach Quinto.
Oh, it's all the same guy. I don't know, dude.
They're very different guys.
They've all called Zach.
Yes. I can't remember if I've shortened either of them. I think they might both be a Zach.
Well.
But yeah, Chicken Run or Star Trek. Which, if you're doing, are you in that point just doing a Borg Star Trek? Is it a game about fighting the Borg?
See, I think Borg Borg is a game about being the Borg and you're part of the collective and like you are a drone in the continuum or no, the collective. And there's too many group nouns in Star Trek. That's my hot take. Yeah, I mean, you'd get a lot of sales from horny lesbians on Twitter, wouldn't you?
Yeah, plausibly. But the thing here is, because they're a hive mind, how do you meaningfully have any intra-player conflict? Unless you're saying this is a two-player game between one player is...
So I think you are a separate, like, splinter faction of the Borg, and you've been separated from the main collective. Like how the Borg Queen in Star Trek First Contact was a controller for their separate group that went back in time. I'm getting really inside baseball here, sorry. But yeah, you're all working towards this collective goal, and you have like ways to communicate and absorb information and stuff. I think it's just like sci-fi, but you play as the baddies.
Yeah, I just feel like the specific point of the Borg maybe makes it hard to...
Yeah.
Or maybe there's an interesting way of doing the high death count here, of just like, if you're all maybe an individual collective. And it's just the fact
that,
you
die and then just somebody else walks in from off screen.
Yeah, or it's just like, oh damn, I guess we've got to go to the Borg, you know, conveyor belt builder thing. You're all individual cubes. Are they like a bit like microed down? Or is it all one galaxy spanning hive mind?
So yeah, like I'm saying, like they are just supposed to be one collective hive mind, but then there are like splinter minds that go off and do their own thing that then are still part of the collective. So
yeah,
like, you could be one of these splinter minds.
Playing, while I also think there's maybe some way of doing this I feel there's maybe little reason to do it as a Borg Borg thing outside of the title, because like the Borg are like, isn't their thing they're very inevitable and they're very like overwhelming and they're very whereas like beyond being you're playing as the baddies, it's the interesting thing of like if you're doing something like a take on the Borg, it's like you're also playing as the baddies with the overwhelming strength.
Yeah, I guess there's not much fun in that. It's like, yeah, we're gonna win.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So yeah, okay, a game where you are defending against invading drones and you know they're going to win. And they've given you this list of directives, which is your prophecies.
Maybe the interesting thing with assimilation is the fact that, like, as the party is split down, like, your player doesn't die, you continue playing them, and you just switch sides.
Yeah.
Unless you facilitate your character dying, in which case you get to stay on the human side as a new character.
Yeah. But you have to die, you can't be assimilated.
Yeah. Like, if you're assimilated, you stay playing as your character, but swap to now being on the bad side, and that means the inevitability is a sort of drift, and, like, you essentially... The game ends when every player is now on the assimilated side.
Yeah. I like that. Oh, you kind of nailed that. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine that would be fun. Probably plays to the interesting advantages in a lot of, like, the Borg Borg system, like, in terms of, like, that Yeah, like the death count, but also like player creativity in terms of like, oh, it's interesting. You're actually trying to more likely facilitate situations in which you die.
Yeah.
And how are you doing that? And also, I think it then is doing something interesting, but not interesting in a way that's going to be really hard to be compatible with the design. I think this gradual side shifting could be interesting. I imagine you'd have to probably have a quite tight session limit on it, or have a very deep think of like, what does it mean for the player to be on the other side? Like, how are they getting meaningfully interesting scenes still that aren't just, okay, now you always do what I tell you to. Like, that would be less fun. Maybe it's a case of like, oh, they swap sides, and also at that point you're distributing certain GM decision-making things. But it's just like, in terms of player principles, it's the fact, like, no, you ideologically now do need to switch sides, but like, play within that space.
I think until the assimilated version of you dies, you still play as that version of you, and like, you are trying to kill your friends. But then as soon as they die, you get the GM responsibilities of like, okay, now you're just part of the collective.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting one. Because obviously, like, yeah, you could kill. Yeah, I think it's the thing of like, yeah, I guess it's just like me thinking about what are the scenes, because obviously it's like, if they get to be a boss kind of antagonist at that point, like, yes, that's fun when you're playing that, but it's also like, okay, but for the majority of a session, you are doing nothing while everyone... And I'm just like...
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, in the scene, oops, I've been shot with a needle that turns me into a Borg. Now I stand up and start shooting at my friends. So now I am a Borg, but I still have, like, my character sheet or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something you lay over your sheet that, like, gives you the Borg abilities or whatever.
Right, so you're imagining a fact of like, oh, you get assimilated, this is me not knowing Star Trek, you get assimilated within the same scene and turn on your teammates within the same scene.
Yeah, maybe you do a roll for this is how long you can struggle against the mind control or whatever.
Yeah, see, whereas what I was imagining, and this is, I have no, was a thing of like, oh yeah, you were captured, taken away, and like, Cybermen.
Yeah, it's not like a Cybermen.
Right.
It's like, you can be affected by them, like they shoot a needle into you or whatever, or in the case of Picard, he gets captured and turned into a specific figure for them.
Right.
So you could have a case of, oh, they kidnap you and turn you into a commander or whatever.
Yeah, but otherwise, if you're just killed or like got by them within a scene, it's like you turn in that scene. I suppose then it's a thing of like, oh, I guess then the question is it better for your fellow players to kill you within the scene? Like, if they kill you within the scene, is it a thing if you don't become the GM, you stay on the player side?
Yeah, exactly.
But if they fail to
if you struggle longer, you have more chances to shoot them in the head, or you eat your cyanide capsule or whatever.
Yeah, but if you... if they leave the scene without you, you then join the side... And you get some GM responsibilities, but also you always play this character again as an antagonist.
Yeah.
But I think once you are over onto the Borg or Borg... this is the thing. The fun name is Borg Borg, but you can't call them the Borg in the game.
No, absolutely not.
You probably...
It'd just be like drones and
I feel
the
you
collective.
need to have the word
get away with the
in there
collective
somewhere. Maybe you just have to be like... But you know, oh, they're nanoborgs, and that's why the game's called
Cyborg is already taken.
Yeah,
Mock Cyborg is already taken. So,
but like, yeah, the game could be called Borg Borg, and the explanation is because it's like, oh yeah, the nanoborgs or the nanoids, presumably, because that facilitates maybe an interesting way of, oh shit, yeah, you've been got and are now an enemy. Oh yeah, but what I was in the middle of saying before I forgot is if you are taken over to the other side. And they eventually kill you, you stay on the side as just a GM and you pick more enemy things to be GMing.
Yeah.
But if they are able to capture you, you can do the removing the cybernet.
Yeah, but like you have new abilities or something, so it's like a risk reward. I like that.
Yeah. But and maybe also then it's a role of like, oh, how well does it work? Because maybe can be some sort of hidden role stuff of like,
yeah,
it did work. Oh yeah, you think you did it, but like you were actually still loyal to the nanoborgs.
You're a sleeper agent now, yeah.
the GM could ask you at any point. And like, yeah, I don't know.
Shoot your friend in the back.
This feels like an interesting thing.
Yeah, there's definitely something there.
Do you think you'd write this?
I'd give it a go. I don't know if I will straight away, but like honestly, I've still been stewing on that Wander Home Star Trek game we pitched a few weeks ago, so I could see this as like a sister game to that.
Yeah, it'd be funny for you. You could easily do a sort of like Star Trek inspired little anthology, or even just like Spirit.
Yeah.
We are probably coming to the end of the episode. Do we want to remind people? Well, actually, this is coming out on the Friday. We are at UKGE now.
Yeah. I'm in Hall 2 at stand 971. If you hit Soul Muppet, you've gone too far.
This also now just sounds like you're discouraging violence at the con. If you hit Soul Muppet, you've gone too far. If you hit Lamentations of the Flame Princess, I'll look the other way.
Because I'm literally behind them, so if you know.
Allegedly.
Yeah, well.
Actually, no, just say, well, I'm not looking over there. I'm focused on the sales.
Yeah, I'm not looking at them. If I smell anything, you know, whatever.
Yes. Oh, I posted some nice PSAs for people at UKGE. You know, just good ways of having a fun time, including do not film me without my consent. No random compliments on my body. Just the one. But also any parts of the body. You can't simplify it by narrowing in. In general, just proceed with caution with the compliments. Is it necessary? Especially if you're not buying anything. And if you place your foot in front of a moving wheel and it gets ran over, I don't see that as anything to do with me. And, you know, have a great time.
You wouldn't blame a car for stepping out into the street, so...
See everyone next Game Soup time on the same Game Soup feed.
Bye-bye.
Bye.